Right, we get to the big one. It's Manchester United versus Arsenal. First game of the Premier League season. It's a huge game for Manchester United. We open it with a very, very tough game. But again, there's a lot of things to look excited for. We'll be talking about SESKO's debut, what Amorim has said ahead of the game as well. Giving you my predicted team, what to expect from Arsenal, and much, much more. Now, firstly, let's talk team news. Now, Masraoui and Martinez are not available for this game, whereas SESKO, Onana and Xerxes are all ready to play this game. He said on SESKO, physically he's ready, but he's not too sure whether he can start. I think with SESKO immediately, I think he will be a player that comes off the bench. I don't think he will start, but again, it's great to have him as an option. Again, it's another season for Manchester United, another big Premier League season, and ultimately I'm very, very excited. Arsenal is a tough opening game. Arsenal don't really have the best of records in opening games, particularly as well at Old Trafford. I think they won the last one game in 18 years, so their form against United isn't the greatest. If you look at last season, we played them 3 times. We beat them in the FA Cup, drew against them in the Prem, which we should have won at home, and then obviously lost to 2 set pieces. Arsenal have obviously strengthened their team as well. They brought in that centre back, but I don't think he'll start anyway. But they've brought in obviously Zubamendi, Norgard. They've brought in obviously Gyökeres as well. So they have brought in players as well as the already established team that they have. I think it's going to be a very, very exciting game, especially for Manchester United to kind of see what we've been working on in pre-season, see if that can if that can kind of develop into something. I think with Arsenal, they're definitely a very, very good team. Again, in terms of pre-season, they didn't have the greatest of pre-season from what I have seen online. They've had some difficult games, but ultimately, as a whole, I think they're going to do very, very well this season. And again, it's a tough atmosphere to kind of come for them. But in terms of Manchester United, I think it's going to be a very, very good game. Arteta knows it's a big season for him. Amorim knows it's a big season for him. There's a lot of individual battles. There's a lot of moments which I think can go either way. And I think it's going to be a close game. But yeah, we'll leave my score prediction to the end. In terms of teams, as I said, will we see Cunha start? Will we see Mbeumo start? We'll talk about that. But it is a very big game. I think it is the biggest game of the opening weekend. And everyone's going to be watching. It's Manchester United versus Arsenal Super Sunday. It's going to be massive. So yeah, ultimately, first of all, very, very excited. It's a new season. We've got some new players in ourselves. So yeah, let's get into it. But it's going to be a very tricky game. Now, in terms of team, as I said, Amorim has confirmed that Onana is ready. I think he will start. Again, I don't really feel confident with Bayindir starting. If you're not going to start Onana, definitely start Tom Heaton. In terms of back 5 now, I think he's going to start Diego Dallo right wing back. I think it makes a lot of sense to go a bit defensive in this game, especially with Arsenal, who are going to be from the front foot. And it's not saying Ahmad is not going to play games, but this is what I think Amorim will do and what I would kind of do as well. I think Arsenal are a top side and they're going to come at us, so we need to kind of be defensively stable. Obviously, Dorgu on the left, I think he's had a flying pre-season and hopefully he can do a very, very good job as well in this season. Difficult when he came in, but I think he's done very, very well and has been the player of pre-season so far. And again, that left-hand side, here's now back 3. Euro and De Ligt, I think, are guaranteed to start. Again, you could put Maguire in the centre, but I'd much rather go for De Ligt. Again, and Euro has been fantastic in pre-season. Now, on the left, again, there's a few options. You can go with Shaw or you could go with Aiden Heaven. Again, I would go Aiden Heaven, but I think Ruben Amorim would go with the experience in Luke Shaw. I think Aiden Heaven's done very, very well in the games that he's played and had an alright pre-season. But Luke Shaw's fit, so I think Luke Shaw will probably start. In midfield, I think it'd go Ugarte and Bruno. Now, that's a midfield that hasn't worked, but I think Bruno's going to start, and I think it will be next to Ugarte. Casemiro could come in, but again, I just think he's going to go for that energy and legs in midfield, and I think Ugarte has that, and you need Bruno next to him. Now, in terms of the 10s, I think he'd go Cunha, and I think he'll start Mason Mount, and then he'll go Mbeumo through the middle. Again, Mbeumo's had another week of training. I don't know, he's obviously played 70 minutes. I think he played against Fiorentina. I don't know if I'm going to get the team right, but that's the team I think Ruben Amorim would go with. In terms of Arsenal, we know the key players that they have: Saka, Odegaard, Gyökeres. Again, he might be a bit rusty, but again, he's still a very, very good player. Declan Rice, again, Zubamendi, Odegaard. Obviously, they've got very, very good players. They're a very established team as well. again, it's going to be interesting to see because it is the opening day of the season. So again, it's going to take people a lot of time to kind of develop. As I said, SESKO, do I think he will start? No, but the first impression is he's had some good moments in training. He's ready for the season physically. The quality's there. He's obsessed with football, and that's something that Ruben Amorim's liked. He said his eagerness is something that he likes. He said he has great potential. He can play different types of football. He said that's why we paid some money to have a striker that will have his history in our club. He wants to keep him. He said he's obsessed with football, and that is a good thing because you don't have to think about that aspect with a young guy. He said I don't need to tell him. So yeah, he's ultimately very, very excited with him, and so should he. I mean, he looks like an amazing talent, and yeah, he would be a very good player. But yeah, that's really it. That has been kind of the preview. It's going to be an exciting atmosphere. It's a big opening game. See if we can get some points. In terms of predictions, I think it's going to be 2-1 Manchester United. I hope we can win the game. Again, Arsenal United has some great rivalries over the years. And I think you want Ruben Amorim and the team to do a good job. He said SESKO, again, I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see Cunha and Buemo. We've got good players in Mount as well. And Mainu and Ahmad, all these players to come off the bench. So let's see what we've been working on in pre-season can come into fruition and see if we can really start to develop as a team with Ruben Amorim and co at the wheel. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's going to be a very, very good game, an exciting game. Manchester United versus Arsenal opening game. Let's see. I mean, it's the SESKO versus Gyökeres. It's going to be very, very tough to break them down though with Arsenal because we know they have a very, very solid back line in Gabriel Saliba. So again, listen, it's going to be an exciting game. It's another big season. And yeah, let's see what does happen. 2-1, I'm going to go for Manchester United. My team, Onana in goal, Dalot, Dorgu, Yoro, De Ligt and Shaw, Ugarte, Bruno, Cunha, Mount, and then Buemo. Again, you could see some changes there, but that'd be the team that I'd go for, and the team I think Ruben Amorim would go for. I think it's a big season for the whole team, a lot of the players as well. And again, listen, there's not going to be any overreaction. I think we kind of have to see and take it game by game, and that's something that Ruben Amorim has said going into the season. Take it game by game. Don't kind of get anything too much, but again, there's certainly hope for Manchester United to do a good and do some big things in this season. There's some players there to look out for from Arsenal, but largely I hope Manchester United and Ruben Amorim can get the win in this game. Thanks for watching.